All right, seventh inning stretch here with you, Variety Sports Network. Been a couple weeks here. We kind of took a little breather there last week. There was actually some good moves. Tigers, they get Valdez. We'll get into them. Cardinals, is Logan happy about the rebuild or the build? Whatever the guy there said there in St. Louis has fans fired up a little bit. Then I'll see if I can get these guys again on trivia. Seventh inning stretch starts now. All right, boys, we are live here. Lot to get into tonight. Tyler McGurk, it's been too long. Baseball season right around the corner. How you feeling?
Not feeling great. Started the coaching, but as far as Major League Baseball goes, I mean, we're getting into it. I can't wait for baseball to start.
Logan, pitchers and catchers, a little soft toss. Does that get you excited? Does that get the job done for you?
Well, everyone's in the WBC, so it's like 5 pitchers and 5 catchers in total. So who cares?
I know it's been like that. It's such a weird year at the. We'll get into more of the World Baseball Classic here. Probably the next couple of weeks as that gets going, and like some of the guys participate, because I'm excited for that for sure to get some baseball early. So Logan, as I was thinking, as we were, me and you've been doing the offseason in terms of the hitting teams, kind of along the way here, and kind of where they're at, and I mean, me and you have talked about Valdez more than his parents has. I mean, we've I feel like every week we bring him up. He finally goes to Detroit in a move with the Tigers, where they bring back Verlander as well, obviously, but that's not the big one. They get Valdez here. Hinch is there, so there's a little history there too. I don't know, like, is this enough for Detroit to kind of win that AL Central for the first time in a while? What'd you think of the deal? 3 years, 115 he ends up getting. Woo, the amount.
Yeah, so my response is kind of big. It's not big. It's kind of three-parted. First part, it's good for the Tigers. I don't know if it necessarily sets them apart. I mean, obviously having 2 aces is great for your team, and that's going to help them tremendously. I think they still need offense. I thought maybe Eugenio Suarez would have been good, or some other big bat, because they played a lot of small ball, and that kind of hurt them towards the end because no one was hitting, it seemed like, and so they had a drastic fall off. So that's kind of my worry about it. 2, I think it's pretty funny. I don't know if you guys saw, but Tarek Skubal, after he won his arbitration for $32 million, I'll have you, saw they signed Framber, and he said, I guess Framber is buying dinner, and because he's getting paid more than Tarek Skubal is. And it was a nice little jab at the Tigers for not spending on the best pitcher.
Well, they got him some help. Him some help. Maybe they'll say, And this is what made them good, Tyler, at the beginning. When they had that little run, they had Verlander, they had Scherzer. I don't think that's the same with this duo, but that that's what they're going at. They have good. Logan bringing up the offense. Their offense has potential, though. It showed that with Riley Green. So I feel like there's. To me, this is a move that shocked me more than anything. What did you think, Tyler?
I love this move by the Tigers. Like, they were talked about being cheapskates, and they have been in the past. But to bring Framber Valdez in and pair him up with Tariq Skubal, that's a great 1-2 punch. And then Justin Verlander finished this season so strong for my San Francisco Giants last year. Like, he got off to this slow start, and he might do it again because he's another year older, and it might take him a little while to get that shoulder going. But when it gets going, he's still got good stuff. And then Flaherty and Mize at the back end. That's a good 4 or 5. The hitting a little worrisome, but they still have young talent, Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, Kerry Carter. Like, he looked like an all-star last year in the second half of the season. I like the Tigers. They're still weak in certain aspects. Like, they got to shore that spot up a little bit and
big time.
Keep that third base and stuff. There's spots. How
about Kenley at the end of the bullpen? Kenley.
Yeah, that's their big sign. Pen leaves a lot to be desired. Jansen, he gets it done. It's just not pretty anymore.
Not pretty enough.
Will he keep getting it done? I don't know. It's hard to believe that at 89 miles per hour, he'll still be the same closer.
What a cutter. You never know what that cutter. Aaron asked here, Aaron, hope you're good out there. Does Framber hurt keeping Scooble. I mean, I think that's.
I honestly thought he was going to get traded right after that announcement.
You thought so? Then he gets a record deal in the arbitration, right? He gets the.
Yeah.
I don't. It maybe makes it easier for the Tigers to say, hey, we signed, we're not going to, maybe that makes their job easier as a front office saying we signed this guy, but we had to let him go as a result. And they still have somewhat a good pitcher there, just not Scooble. So, what's Scooble going to get though? Is he going to get $400 million? I mean, what's he going to get? 30.
I will say $38 million for Framber is a lot higher than I was expecting for a pitcher of him.
Even in a 3-year short deal?
Yeah, even on that. 38 a year. Good Lord. I thought he was going to get 28 maybe. And
so how many years were you looking at? See, I think these short years, it's so much more valuable than the high end of the 3 years. Because these 10-year deals, they always drive me crazy. These never work. So I think you get a higher paycheck for if you take the short deal. I really like this move.
I like the move. It's just
Scooble.
It's just surprising that they spent almost $40 million on him. But yeah, it's a good move.
It's surprising. I agree.
I think the skeptic in me is just waiting until I see Tarek Scooble in a Tigers uniform on opening day.
TVSA doesn't count. TVSA doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still a Tiger by the end of this month.
I disagree. I think they're in with them.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think maybe by the end of this year he'll be gone. I think this is a gateway to get rid of him, but I don't think it's going to be instant.
No.
I don't think he's ever coming back to the Tigers. And this is the Tigers' way of saying, well, if he does leave, at least we still have this guy.
So let me ask you this.
That's how I look at it too.
Let me ask
Fourth
this.
is an ass. He's going to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
We know how Logan feels about Boris.
And it's not going to be the Tigers.
No.
But so let's say it's 2 days before the trade deadline, maybe a week, and the Tigers are 2 to 4 games out of first place. Do you trade Tarek Scooble?
No. Like I said, I think they should go with the remember I joked with it last week, Logan, the early 2000s strategy. If you're gonna lose a free agent, at least lose with him. And if I was the Tiger, I think he would be the guy where I would just. They have a good enough team to win that division. Unless you're just tanked in that. That division's not that good. That's why, when it says they haven't won in a while, this is a great chance to win it. You got 2 guys at the top of your rotation in a division that is beyond winnable. Beyond winnable. What are we doing? If I was a Tigers fan, I'd be happy that they're making moves like this. I would be frustrated, though, like Tyler said. It does seem like the writing's on the wall with Scooble.
So you see the Framber Valdez signing as a sign that they're not going to trade him?
I think he's going to stay. They're going to play out the season, and he's not going to resign with them next year.
Yeah,
that would be my guess of how that's going to play out with them.
I agree,
and I think the Tigers have a good enough offense to see, to do something this year. So it'll be very interesting. Framber finally signs with the team here. Been a while for them, and then, like I said, they can bring back Verlander as well. Kept Gleyber Torres. We'll see if it's enough to win the division with the Jansen signing as well. Logan, what did you make of the?
Can I throw one little quick hypothetical about Framber Valdez? Just a quick response. How many more years does he get if he doesn't hit a ump in the face up or the catcher in the face on purpose?
It's automatic. At least another 8-year extension.
At least.
Well, I don't think
that definitely brought him a lot of bad press. No doubt about it. It really did change him.
That's a reason why I was surprised that he got so much money. I honestly thought people would lowball him and he would just take the first thing that.
I think the Tigers overpaid, like Tyler said, in a shorter deal. But it's funny how I even was reading stuff getting ready for the show, and there was articles in Detroit about that situation and what the Tigers having to talk to people and figure, so it obviously was more than just it's a mix up, because Valdez, to his credit or not, he's stuck with the fact that he didn't do anything wrong. That's literally what he's not. He's never my catcher was a jerk for it. He's just like, no, it was a misunderstanding. That's all. So he's never kind of got on the other side of that. So Tyler, I think he at least gets probably another year of that contract, which is another, maybe $30 million there.
I mean, as a Giants fan, I would have taken him on my team, and I would have been like,
no,
sign on up.
Buster has a plan. You guys have a plan. I want to get there.
Oh, yeah.
Logan, you seem to love the Cardinals plan, though, right? They had $144 million salary last year. They said, we got fourth place with that. We're gonna dump these guys. We're gonna try the Logan Stone strategy. We're just gonna build up with prospects and draft picks, and we're gonna just suck for maybe a year or so, and go from there. And maybe they won't suck. Maybe Wynn will, take off a little bit with his bat or something like that. But they made a lot of moves. Trading the guys I showed below, plus Donovan recently to the Mariners. But give me your thoughts on your Cards there a little bit and what you're making. We haven't talked about them in a while.
Yeah, I love what they're doing. I'm not a big fan of how they got rid of Arenado. I think, but I kind of said that. I thought what they got in return wasn't really worth what the Cardinals gave up, honestly. Which was Arenado plus $30 million. I think that he's $32 million where he's owed 43, I think. So that's kind of my thing. But other than that, I mean, you got rid of all the guys that you needed to get rid of. You got rid of Donovan, who was a year or two maybe out of his free agency, or until he's a free agent.
Yeah.
So you got rid of him while he's in his prime, which was great. I thought the Cardinals should have done that in 2021, 22 maybe, with Edman. And you got a whole bunch of guys in return. A lot of nobody that you really need to snooze at. They went from being 15th ranked in 2025 in the farm system, and they haven't really come out with the ranks this for 2026 yet, but they have 6 top 100 players in the top 100, 6 in the top 100 prospect rankings. And that's big. I mean, that's the most that the Cardinals have had in I don't know how long. It's the most of any other team. And so
you like ranking. I'm just kidding. You like rankings.
I do respect rankings. And like I told you on our text messages, I'm like, I don't expect all 6 of them to become the next Albert Pujols. I do expect that whenever in 2 years, whenever the Cardinals are ready to compete, I expect the Cardinals to be able to trade these guys for actual proven players. And this is what Chaim Bloom is really good at, which is developing players and making them better. And so he's starting from the bottom, revamping the player development, revamping the farm system, and it's going to show no matter what in the major league roster. And it's going to suck this year. It's really going to be bad. I mean, the Cardinals may be sniffing 60 wins, maybe 50. And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that. And I love that. I love that the Cardinals, 3 years ago, the Cardinals were like, oh, we don't believe in the word rebuild. We're the St. Louis Cardinals. We're too good for that. Well, the Yankees haven't rebuilt, and they haven't won a World Series since 2009. And so and it doesn't even matter how much money you have. It matters your player development. You can't buy 26 spots on a roster, and even the Dodgers can't do that. Even the Mets can't do that. And so
Dodgers try.
They do try, and it seems like they do.
Do you think though, like I don't know, like Tyler, let me get your thoughts real quick on it. And then back to Logan on it is it's a weird. I've just never seen the Cardinals in this position except for the years they had Mark McGwire, basically, where they were not very good, but they had like a lot of star power. So the Cardinals, even in bad years, they've always had this guy that you've kind of looked at a little bit, and now they're just saying, "Hey, we're going back to it." And I think Logan is right in terms of they did have some veterans that were past their prime, and they were going to help them win, but I think it's kind of just it's a very hard to me. I just don't see the guys there. I think it's gonna be a rough season this year.
No, I mean, this is definitely going to be a rough season. But I understand where he's coming from. You don't want to watch these old veterans like my Warriors put out these guys and you're like, just trade them. They have some, maybe a little bit about trade them now, get what you can. We'll suck
Yep.
for a year. I mean, it's like the Pedro Feliz, Randy Wynn 2-3-4 era of the San Francisco Giants. You have to do this at some point. And the Giants still haven't bounced back. So there is reason to believe this could not work also. Like, you're not like guaranteed this is going to work, but it's better than just sticking pat with guys who aren't going to lead you anywhere, who have already performed at their best, and you're just like, I don't need to watch this. At least I have some hope. That's how I feel about the Cardinals right now. At least you're giving them hope.
Yeah, that's where you're at with it, Logan. Right? You're like, this is a smart move for the future.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts. I mean, it hurts that we have to be like this. I mean, I thought in 2022 that the Cardinals were able to win. I had been saying that since 2019, that the Cardinals were going to win the World Series in 2022, and they didn't because they didn't go all the way, and that hurt. And after that, I was like, okay, we got to rebuild because Goldie is getting older, Arenado's getting older, and they were still bringing out Adam Wainwright, which is stupid. So.
They got the most catcher pitcher. They got the most catcher.
Yeah, that's something I really care about more than a trophy. But yeah, I like I said, I am fully on board with Chaim Bloom. He's making tough decisions that are not something that the Cardinals fans are going to like right now, but I think they're going to like it in the long run. I still think they should get rid of Newt Barr. I think Walker and Gorman should be gone also. But I don't think you can really get anything for those three. So, I mean,
is there
it's
a
not
season
like
just without JJ?
Is Walker
JJ.
gone? I thought Walker would be something too. Yeah, the
second
prospect.
baseman, let him play.
Yeah, JJ
Weatherholt.
Weatherholt. Yeah. He's gonna be really good. He's number 5, the number 5 ranked prospect in MLB top 100. So I'm excited for him. He should be getting up there. But
He'll get a lot of playing time.
We have a lot of pitchers that are coming up. Quint Matthews. I mean, good Lord, just a lot of really good guys. Who is it? Liam Doyle.
Doyle.
And McGreevy.
Doyle rules.
Yeah. Well, dang it. Now I'm never going to get that out of my head. But
Aaron, not a fan of us talking Cardinals. Sorry, Aaron. We can't. Lindor, I'll get to him in a second here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're toast this year. But at least they can admit it, unlike the Mets. So.
Oh, all right. I get shots fired. Look at me there. No, I just thought the Cardinals were kind of interesting because we really haven't touched on them very much because you're right, they haven't. They weren't doing much, and then they finally did make that kind of barrage of trades. So now that you look at them going into the offseason, there's always hope. Walker to me continues to be the most interesting player on that team in terms of can he just ever put it together for a season? That's what they would want and be able to trade him at the deadline.
This is what's going to happen. He's going to get traded to a team, and he's going to go gangbusters on them because the Cardinals screwed him up. Still relevant to MLB talk. They have the second most World Series. Yeah, we have 12.
Second worst fan base is what you were thinking.
Oh.
And if someone says if someone says we only have 11, we have 12, and we keep one in Kansas City. So.
They all count, right? You have the logo on there. Yeah, the logo. No, I think it is going to be a rough year for the Cardinals this year. We'll see how the fan base, because even when they're rebuilding throughout the season, it does get kind of like, God, it's July and it's like we have to watch. If you care about anything, you're like watching just terrible baseball or listening to it, or you just turn it off, and that's depressing too. We don't even get to watch anything because they're so bad. So we'll see how that, like you said, what young guys inspire the fan base here to stay with it this year as well. Tyler, the Giants too. They kind of feel like they're a little bit more advanced in that situation. You have the coach from Tennessee coming in. They might ban me for how many meetings he's having. That was the quote I saw today in the Chronicle over there, setting the tone with his first speech. So you have we talked to Cardinals there. Where do you see your Giants in that regard? Are you excited? Are you excited at all for them?
Am I excited? No, I can't say I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited for baseball to start, and like they could prove me be wrong, but I don't believe this is like a team right now that's set up to be like this exciting, fun team. It could be, I guess, if Devers and Adonis play like they do in the second half a whole year, but that doesn't seem likely. It hasn't happened, at least in the last couple of years. Their second half players, their hitting's not good enough. The starting pitching lacks depth. Tyler Mayo, like as a signing, is Adrian Hauser. Are you excited about that? I mean, they do have some top end talent in Logan Webb. Like, he's great. He's fun to watch. Hopefully, he doesn't get hurt in the WBC.
Logan, do you see the Giants?
There's no plan.
Do you see the Giants kind of like how the Cardinals were, though? Like you were just saying, like hanging on a little bit, and like should they go even more into tank mode? Like I know they did trade for Devers and Adames, but the division they deal with as well. Like you just talked a lot about how the Cardinals were too late to the party, or the Giants too late to the party in that regard too.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like they have Chapman, they have Adames, which they spent way too much on Adames, and Devers. I think they have a couple pieces that could work for them.
I gotta push back on Devers. Devers is good.
Yeah, I like Devers.
I thought you just said.
I said
too much for.
No, the Adames.
$30 million a year is not that unreal. Okay, never mind.
No, Adames. I didn't like that they signed him for $26 a year.
I agree. with Adames.
But I just think that I understand, like, and I just said you don't need all the money in the world, but I do think they need to spend more and actually like go in on players. There were players that they should have gotten. They could have gotten a Eugenio Suarez. They could have gotten Framber. They could have gotten a couple of guys, and they haven't. And it's just it's just weird. And yes, I think the Giants kind of use no one wants to sign with San Francisco as an excuse, and it's kind of getting annoying to me at this point. Like, okay, who cares? Like, you guys are a storied franchise. I mean, you may not be the best or the second best, but you are a big franchise in MLB. People want to come play with you, I'm sure. I mean, you got Adames and you got Devers to sign, waive his no trade clause. So, I mean, you've gotten people. So, I just.
Yeah, I don't know, Logan. It's interesting. That's why those Cardinals and Giants to me are so, like you said, they're big franchises, right? And where do they go at the? How many wins do you think the Cardinals end up with here? It's early in spring, but where do you think where they go with that? You think they get to 70?
No. I think 62 is maybe realistic, but I wouldn't be surprised if they fell just over 50.
If they fell over, Tyler might be out here for a minute on that side. But yeah, no. What do you? So if you have the Cardinals, you have the Giants there with it. It looks like his thing isn't working on that side. What players do you think could land a huge offseason deal? Hunter Brown, Jazz, Logan, Brian Wu, Shea, Freddie Gilbert, Riley Green. What do you make?
What players could? Jazz, I think, is going to do well. Brian Wu, I think he's a really Okay, yes. But Brian Wu, I think, is going to get a sneaky good deal. Shea, I'm not ruling out that he gets extended before the end of the year. And Freddie Peralta, he's probably going to be the hottest one. Riley Green's a free agent already. That's surprising.
Well, no, they could sign him early. Just like what are these like Riley Green's a free agent in like a year or two, but I don't think the Tigers will go out and sign him. They'll probably wait like for a guy like him to get to that certain point. Like they're going to wait for him. They're not going to sign him. They're going to sign him early. Do you think? I think Shea though could get the next big deal. If not with the A's somewhere else, he's going to go as well. So I could see those being big trades that could possibly happen here too. So I don't know. I think Gilbert is probably the next one. I think him and Hunter Brown Jazz is a free agent next year too. Be curious how much he can get in free agency, or would he stay with the Yankees? You think he gets 150 million?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
If it's over the span of 8 years or whatever, then yeah, he's gonna get whatever.
He's going to get a massive deal.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Jazz.
Yeah. He's got to have a good year or a decent year this year, but yeah.
From the Yankees, yes. From any other team, I think yes, but I think it would be a shorter contract.
If you were to bet who gets the highest deal of all these players listed, just without factoring in, not per, do you want to do average per year or just total contract? Who do you think gets the highest total contract of these guys?
Man,
I think Freddie.
Yeah, I want to say, I think in a couple of years it will be Riley Green.
Well, whoever gets their next contract, it doesn't have to be the next guy to get it, but
yeah, I think Hunter Brown has the best chance.
I was between Hunter Brown.
I didn't see Hunter Brown there. Yeah,
I think if he has another dominant year the way he has this year, and Framber got what he wants, I could see him having the biggest contract out of those guys. I could also see Logan Gilbert getting into that category as well, but I think Hunter Brown, with the stuff he showed,
Shea could get in that if he hits another 40 jacks.
As a catcher, yeah.
Who hits 40 jacks,
that is true.
My guy.
MVP, Shea, MVP. Yeah. I mean, it's funny because after Cal hit so many home runs, you're like, well, it probably doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. It doesn't hit 40. That's nothing. You got to hit 60 as a catcher. You got to have that there with it. So I thought it'd be interesting because now that we saw all these big deals, where's going to be the next one that these teams try to sign to at that point too. This was a weird one I was thinking about during the week. Is the closer position overrated or underrated? And I think we all know it. Like, well, yeah, it's kind of a stupid question because, yeah, of course you want to have a good closer and you don't want a bad closer. I don't mean it like that. I just mean looking at like some of the great closers over the last 20 years. And I look at like 1999 and some of the names on the list, you're like, who? Like, it's just funny to me, the position a little bit over the last 25 years and the contracts that have gone along with it. Hader was the last one to get a big one. He's hurt a lot. He's great, but he's hurt a lot. And then you have Chapman, right, that fell off the face of the earth, and now he's the number one closer going into the season this year. I don't know. Like, I'm like, what? I don't even know. I want a good closer, but I don't know what to make of this position anymore, Tyler. Like, it's kind of a weird, and then the money attached to it. I don't know. It's a weird one for me.
It's definitely volatile. Like, you have guys who have terrible years, and you can say about like 7th and 8th inning guys too, but closers, because it's so pronounced, try and get those last 3 outs. It's just volatile. It's hard to be consistently good as a closer. You're gonna have down years where you go like a month having troubles. Your year's ruined on the back of your baseball card. Like, you're gonna have a 3.5 ERA when you were 1-2 the rest of the year. But so it's overrated in depending on how you get it. If you're spending 50 or like 30 million a year or 25 million a year on one of these guys, probably overrated. But if you have a guy in your system who comes up, and then it's underrated. So like, if you're given a big deal and he didn't come from your team, I normally don't like the move.
Yeah, it's just awful. You see so many bad contracts with him, I guess, over the years too. But but it is obviously in the playoffs. You're like, oh, that guy's nice to have.
Yeah, we saw what Mariano Rivera did.
Yeah, exactly. You saw it with your guys too a little bit when you guys won your championships.
Yeah, the whole bullpen, the 7th, 8th, and 9th. The 4 horsemen.
What do you think, Logan?
I mean, to me, it's kind of like I compare it to the Cowboys with their luck in running backs. Like, they'll have the best running back one year, and then the next year he'll be complete crap. So, so I don't think they're underrated because they do have a lot of pressure on themselves. But I do think they get overpaid.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's you have somebody like Devin Williams even, right? Like,
yeah,
he's so great that he gives it the homer to Pete, then trades for the Yankees. They give up a lot, and he's on another team again. It's just an interesting position for me these last few years.
It's
Like looking at, it's just like right interesting. Looking at the consistent. It gets a hard position to be consistent at. Yeah, Logan.
Yeah, and to me, it's just hard to justify paying a guy that much money for a guy who plays one inning every 2 days, maybe 3.
Yeah.
But when they're getting those 3 outs easily, it's like, oh, money well spent. But
Yeah.
it's just so hard to get a guy who can do it.
Yeah, that's
and
the
they're
tricky
inconsistent.
situation. Yeah, that's what makes it tricky in that regard. Yeah, like with Clase, he have the most saves for the last 3 years in the I don't think he'll have the most saves this year. He won't have the most saves this
Does
year.
he get
Maybe in
another
the-
save in his whole career?
Maybe in the Cuban League. Yeah.
The Cuban League. Yeah, I
Maybe
don't
the
think it's gonna.
California Penal League.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be here anymore. I don't think it's gonna be here anymore. Shout out Major League. All right, diamond notes here. There we go.
Someone got it.
Oh, got it. I got you. All right, diamond notes. Big injuries to start. Carroll's out. Holiday Jr. Lindor's down as well. Phillies release Big Castellanos today, who admits to bringing beer to the dugout. Not good. I'm sure he's not the first one though. That's gonna make that. He probably won't be the last.
I'll bring a beer to the pod.
Dodgers re-signed Muncy and Hernandez. Hernandez automatically, right? It just doesn't matter. Just get you to the postseason. You're Robert Horry now. Get to the postseason a little bit, and you can get some hits for us. Logan, those are some big injuries to start the season.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that it was they all broke their hamate bone, which I had never heard of before in my life, and like 5 of them broke their hamate bone in the span of 2 days. So, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. Who was it? AJ Przinsky. I don't know if you guys watched his podcast. He kind of explained it. So it's the hamate bone is this part of your hand. And really, you don't get it from hitting or not hitting, throwing or catching. You get it from hitting because your hamate bone is on the knob of the bat.
Oh, so yeah.
And so after swinging, it just breaks. And apparently it hurts like none other. And you're not able to grip your hand or anything. You can't even play through it, really. So it's really interesting that I've never heard of it before, and then all of a sudden it happens like 5 times in a week. So
is there going to be swing reps now? Swing limits?
I don't know about that.
One swing per at bat, buddy. One swing per at bat. Make it the right one.
Make it a rule.
Yeah, I wonder if that's because of the new bats that they've done.
The torpedo?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the torpedo, but you remember who was it? Goldschmidt and Arenado bought those new bats, those weight distributed bats that put a little bit of weight on the bottom, and then everybody had it. It looks like an ice cube.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I wonder if that is because of that, because I mean it's just never happened before.
Are they all left-handed too? All left-handed. I guess Lindor switched it, or Lindor switched it. So it's kind of weird that they all. You're right that they all have the same injury. We're saying Bichette will he go to short now? They signed him.
Probably.
He's go to short now. What were you saying, T?
No, I just looked at the history of hamate bones, and it's all left-handed or switch-hitter batters who have this injury. I don't know. Maybe it's something. It's that right hand.
No,
because the last guy was Jose Ramirez, and then
Francisco
Cervelli. Is Francisco Cervelli switch hitter? I think he was.
I know he's at least right handed.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, was he?
But yeah, Carroll's not able to play in the WBC, I don't think, anymore.
No,
out.
I said Soderstrom might replace him. What an upgrade!
What a backup.
I get Sodi on the world. Or Quan, I heard he might make an appearance as well. That'd probably be better than
Michelle. It is the Winter Olympics.
It is Michelle Quan. Keep Bo at third. I'll take Mariucci. Steve? No, not Steve. Mariucci. We got
Vaughn.
I just make Bo. I would agree. I've heard people like move him short. Like just keep him what he's going to play most of the year. I start him out where he's going to play most of the year. You paid him a lot of money.
If you mess with him too much at the, with the third base and stuff, it's going to really hurt him, I think.
That is
Trade
the
him to
college.
the
Does the
Giants.
college coach bring in the guy that brings beer to the dugout? Is that way? Is he gonna bring it? No,
Is
just
that a
kidding.
Kevin Millar? Kevin Millar?
Castellanos. I'd be curious where he goes. Like,
The
I
Giants.
could see the Giants. I honestly, it was the first thing I thought of.
It's
It was
the
was
next
the
Mike Morse.
Oh, gosh. He hurt me.
He
Mike
was
Morris hurt me.
big man. That's what ruined his career, though, running full speed to protect. Was the guy that hit Harper Strickland? Yeah, he basically ruined his career.
Was he the one who? No, he wasn't. He's the one who hit the grand slam off the Cardinals, and then he had to re-swing and rerun the bases, because for some reason they didn't count it, so he stopped, and then he had to run, touch first, touch second, touch third, and then go home again for some reason.
I know there was a guy who hit a home run, but they called it a double, and they pinch ran, and then they reviewed it, and they made him rerun the bases. The pinch runner didn't even hit the ball.
Oh, he was the one. Yeah, he
Might have been that
home run. He was the fake home run.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back again. He hits it out of here. Yeah, that was funny. So yeah, you have that, and then so Castellanos and the Dodgers, they re-signed a few guys. I heard there was some rule. They're trying to make some rule changes to what was it, to help with stealing pitches, which to me is always a funny concept in baseball. Like, all right, you're going to create this rule to create another rule. Let's just be honest about how that's going to work out. That's going to happen. Whatever it did. Like I said, Verlander back with the Tigers. Somebody said he's probably the last chance of somebody getting 300 wins, right?
Probably.
I don't think he'll get it, but he's probably the last guy to have a shot. I would think, right?
See.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's still like 30. He's still like, it feels like he's still 3 seasons away. But
I don't think he won a game for the Giants until like.
Well, we can blame the hitters for some of that.
For most.
The defense wasn't the best of them.
Verlander has to hit 36 or win 36 games or 34 games. I'm sorry. So
yeah, that's gonna be 3 seasons, I think, at most. That's good.
Yeah. Garrett Cole.
Even if he won 22 this year, he'd still need 12. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Garrett Cole is 34 and he's got 153.
No chance. No chance.
Where's Vince McMahon when you want him?
No chance on that one. No chance whatsoever.
He's got another Tommy John in him.
At least one more Tommy John on him on that side. Yeah. So, do you think is Carroll? Are you guys at all worried about Holiday Jr. not living up to the hype? No,
I don't care. I mean, I don't know.
Well, he was so hyped. Number one pick. He comes up early, and he's like batting ninth. Where are we at with him? He gets ready again right now.
I think that what is this, his third year? I think he's going to be. I think a lot of the pressure is going to be off, and I think he's just going to be able to. But and I don't know. I don't remember what his projection was with power, but maybe he's just not a power hitter like his dad was. I remember Kevin Biggio, everybody was expecting him to be like his dad and have a lot of power too, and he just wasn't a power hitter. And I mean, he wasn't a good hitter either, but I think that kind of screwed with him too. Like, he wasn't hitting 40 home runs a year. Yeah. And
he wasn't wearing a big enough elbow brace to get over the plate.
Get hit more often down there. Yeah. Deal with the hits over there a little
bit.
But
Jackson Hall, I think he's been fine. He's 22 years old. He hit 17 home runs last year. I'm not worried yet.
All right, just asking. Just asking.
No, I know, but he could be a bust at some point. It's going to come to that. He's got to play better than what he's played, but at 22, baseball's tough.
You do forget, he is like a kid, basically still developing as a man too.
No, for sure. No,
But he's not.
Get off of him, Darren. Gosh.
Well, you just see the hype with these trades, like Harper, right? You see that stuff, and it's like, man, these guys, like, he hasn't like hit that potential like right out of the gate where he thought he was. But yeah, no, I think he can still be. He's not going to be Calvin Biggio, like you said. He's not going to be out of the league here, I would think, in a couple of years. The Carroll injury does suck, though. Especially if you're getting Sony on Team USA there. That's a little bit of a drop off. Hey, Dodgers re-signed Muncy, though. You like that, Tyler? One of your favorite Dodgers of all time? One of your favorite Dodgers? No, not one of your favorite.
The Dodgers know what to do. The Dodgers are smartly ran.
Smartly ran. So you don't believe in what I read in articles today, like the Tucker signing.
No, that sounds idiot. You don't have to continue anything after that other than you didn't read today and the Tucker signing and gonna phrase it in a bad way. Like,
they were like MLB owners are so mad now after that signing that there's definitely going to be a lockout the next year.
I think there's a lockout coming before that happened, but yeah, there's definitely going to be a lockout. That's unfortunate, unless the government steps in. I think there's no way the owners are going to not lock out the players.
The players don't have the strength to stay together for another year.
I mean, they might. Well, but the owner's going to test it for at least a couple months.
We'll see what Framber has to say about
They
that.
just need to put me in a room with the owners and the players and just listen to me talk for a little bit. I'll be like,
Mr. Stone.
Mr. Stone, give us your pitch.
Oh, Tyler, have you not heard my pitch?
I've never heard your pitch.
So I think instead of a salary cap, there should be a player salary cap. So a player is not able to, so say next year, all the free agents are not allowed to surpass $400 million, basically, in revenue. And then they revisit that payment every 5-6 years or so. 6, 7.
6, 7. That'd be interesting. Like, hey, you made $85 million, you can't make any more type of deal.
Yeah, and so that way the teams have the freedom to get whatever players they want.
Yeah, no, I get you.
They don't have to worry about overpaying or competing necessarily with the Dodgers or the Mets.
I don't see the players.
This is on the play. How many guys are going to retire early and be like, I might still have something in me, but you're not paying me. I'm out. F you.
They're not going to do that. No,
I'm going to the KBO, baby.
The KBO. The KBO. We're back. KBO is back. We're back. It's an interesting theory. I think the salary floor is probably the most dramatic thing that maybe is realistic. But
they need a salary floor.
But I don't know.
I think this is what would happen in the meetings between the players union and the owners. The owners are going to say, we want a salary cap because all this crap is happening with the Dodgers. And then the players are going to say, well, the Dodgers are just taking advantage of a system because half the teams are spending less than $100 million a year on payroll, and then they can just walk out. And I'd be on the player side for that because teams need to be spending money.
Yeah. No, I think that's definitely the best way to go is the salary floor there more than a salary cap. You got to force teams to pay. Pirates doing a lot this offseason, right? Got Ozuna. They got Ozuna.
They're getting in the good graces of the owners because they don't want to be attacked like the A's are. But so what would the floor be? 140?
I would say 100 million based on what I don't even like. What the Marlins spend last year? Like 42 million.
It's gonna be that low. You gotta go higher than that.
What the Marlins spend last year? It was like probably like in the 40s.
Well, the Marlins are a joke. Let's go like 3 teams.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're telling these teams to go up 55 million in payroll.
Marlins spent 78 million last year.
All right, so a little bit more than I thought.
It's been more than double. They're a pathetic franchise that has no interest in.
You need to be punished. You're punished.
Yeah, you can spend 70.
You have to get broke and spend your money.
Sell the team then.
Cubs or the Guardians spent 94 million. Washington spent 100 million. I don't know where that was going.
Down the drain.
Yeah, White Sox spent 103 million.
Strasburg,
that's
probably.
Bad. Rays
so
105.
the top end teams are spending 300 million. The bottom end are around
So
under 100
were the
million.
Marlins the least? Were they the lowest?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Well,
Cleveland's only spending 82, and they're competing.
Yeah, but
Colorado,
Imagine if they.
got Michelle.
Colorado spent 105 million, and like 60% of that is Chris Bryant. So
He's out too. I forgot. We didn't even bring that up.
yeah,
He's out again. He's on the
What a
DL.
career! What a career!
Like Mike Miller at the end or something. Is he? What's going on here? Like he's
He's a wealthy man.
He's a wealthy man. Yeah, I don't think he can complain about that. Yeah, that's interesting. Look at that part of that. You'll be interested. Like the floor would probably, I would think, 100 million at the minimum.
I want 140 at least, maybe
great.
160.
I think the players would agree with
But
you.
yeah, and
Well,
but
then maybe
well,
a salary cap on it too, 400.
I will say that, like, you know, 140 may be the best, but I was thinking, like, then you have to pay, like, you know, Joe Schmo like $30 million a year just to, if you like, I want to get all these free agents, but I can't because all the free agents are gone, and then now I have to spend a whole bunch of money on these guys who are crap.
If you have a floor, though, I feel like you have to have a cap too. I feel like they have to go hand in hand a little bit. So we'll see where that goes with it. We'll have more time to discuss that. I know as we get through the season here a little bit. All right, let me get to a little trivia action with you guys here.
What happened to Canucks won't win? He said he had
maybe the Canucks
trivia
he
question.
got distracted by the Canucks. He got distracted by distracted there with it.
Are they distracted?
I don't think they are. I think I've heard they're not doing. I think I've heard they're in last place this year. But we're Team USA all the way, right? Team USA all the way. Coach Bombay, you're with us this week. We like you. All right, trivia here with it.
Travis Ishikawa.
Let's see what you got it. How did you do that? How did you get it? No, let's see. Which two center fielders have led the league in assists 4 times since 2014? All right. This is his question. Ramon Laureano would be my guess. No, Ramon Laureano. Let's take a guess up there. And
no, not Lorenzo Cain.
Center field. I'd definitely say.
Is Trout?
No, I don't. The 2014, maybe. I'm trying to think teams.
Buxton, did he play enough years?
No, I don't think he played
not healthy enough.
Judge? I'll say Judge just for fun. I'll say Judge played up in center.
He only played center field 2 years.
I know he didn't have enough. He didn't play enough out there.
I don't even know what counts as an assist, though. Honestly,
well, you just throw one out. Well, it's not hockey, hopefully. Where he throws it just a cut off. He hit the cut. It's an assist. Tell us who it is, Canucks. There, I want to know who you got there with those with it. All right. As hopefully he gives us our answer. Here's hit number 1 for you guys. I played for 20 seasons from 1986 to 2006, amassing over 2,000 hits, 300 homers, and 1,300 RBIs. So not going to give you everything here, but it gives you an idea.
John Olerud?
Good guess, but no, not John.
I want to say Larry Walker, but I don't think it's true.
It is not Larry. That's a good guess, though. I'm going to go hit number 2.
In 2005, yeah.
I was a 4-time All-Star, and I was traded 31 times in my
career.
What?
Otis Smith?
I won a Silver Slugger in 1989, finishing second in MVP voting in 1989 behind Robin Yount. A's won the World Series. Good year there, 1989. So he's played for 20 years, went all the way to 06, traded 31 times with it. Logan, you know who it is? I saw Pump Fist, maybe.
I'm stuck. No, you said 89 was the A's, and I'm recreating Eckersley.
There you go. I like it.
31. I'm stuck on the 31 times, honestly.
It's an insane amount.
I mean, how much of a pill was this guy?
He played most of his career. I mean, almost all of it, except for maybe a half a season with the American League. I don't think he had I think like a half a year with Cincinnati.
Why do I keep wanting to say David Wells, but that's not it. Who am I thinking of? The outfielder, anyways.
And the answer for his center field, Billy Hamilton and Jackie Bradley Jr. I would definitely I would have not got Jackie.
Billy Hamilton, really?
31 times, yes, that is wild. That is so many times he's been traded.
31 times.
Probably small little deals. I love
Small
that.
little deal.
I
Play
I mean, that means he ruined like he just got traded to the same team like twice.
yeah, he did.
In 89?
He did. No, he did play with the A's after that. Hit number 3. These are the teams he always played for: the Yankees,
Wow.
the A's, the Reds, the Rangers, the Twins, the Mariners, the White Sox, the Blue Jays, and
Okay. This has to be someone.
maybe the biggest clue: a switch hitter.
He was on the A's. So.
And he hit 300 home runs, and he was a switch hitter. He started his career with Texas.
He's an outfielder,
Infield?
right?
No.
He started outfielder for sure.
How many more hints are there?
That's it.
He started his career. He started his career with the Rangers. He got traded to the A's.
Twins, Mariners,
in the 90s.
Oh, White Sox.
He got traded for Jose Canseco.
I know who it is. You just gave it.
Is it Ventura?
No, not Ventura.
Ruben Sierra.
Ruben.
Wow. That's a good one there, Tyler.
That was Ruben Sierra is the answer there.
Never would have gotten that one.
The Yankees famous for some Yankee days there with some playoff home runs.
That's
I love the way there. All right, we want to break
31 times.
Minor league.
How did he only play on that?
Wait, pull the teams up again.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Maybe look at the teams he played games for.
Pull the teams list up again. I need to see this. This is crazy.
And Google it. I tried to do it real quick. How many times he was traded? I just went with 31 because that's what it said. So I didn't do any other research, and I just had to see the 31. So it does seem a little insane to me. Maybe he was in 31 trade offer.
Good Lord.
What year was it? 89.
He was with the Rangers multiple times. It was
Rangers all the time. The Yankees, I think he was with multiple times.
Yeah, he was with the Yankees.
And the A's, I think he was with multiple times.
Yeah, I think it was he's moving his way along here.
Texas, Oakland.
Russell Westbrook 31 times. Yeah, Reggie Sanders. I saw 3 yesterday. Yeah, Reggie Sanders. Not a bad guess.
Not a bad guess. He played on a million teams. I think he played on the whole NL West, except for maybe not.
So I'm gonna go flashback here, Aaron. It does involve your team, not on the best side of them here, but they ended up winning the series. So I'm gonna get it up there, or a little flashback time here. So this takes us to San Francisco playoff game, one of my favorite moments watching a game here. JT Snow up against the great
this is classic.
Armando Benitez.
This was a commercial.
I love the sound it makes.
2-1 to Snow. The set by the right-hander. He kicks, he deals. Snow swings, high fly ball to right, hit to the corner. Perez chasing to the wall. It's gone! Oh, no! It's gone! Snow has homered, and we are tied!
Bonds and Kent, medium at home. Bonds and Kent there with it as he finishes the job off Armando Benitez, who is famous for giving those up every once in a while. Nope, it wasn't JT Snow with saving the baby. We did a different one with him this time. We did a different video with him saving it. But Armando Benitez, what a name there for the past. I think he was the guy that was him and Darryl Strawberry eventually. Or was it the 90s with him with the Orioles, like throwing at the Yankees players and stuff like that, and he was running into the dugout and all that too. So big Armando there with it. Yeah, go ahead, Logan.
So I have a question because this has always been something that's been weird for me. Do you feel like so it's 9th inning, 2 out. Okay, let's say it's 2011, the World Series, Game 6. 2-1, 2 out. 7-5 game, Rangers up, 2 strikes. Instead of Freese hitting the triple, David Freese hits the home run. and they walk it off right there down. Do you think that is? Do you enjoy that as much as the triple that ties it, and then they eventually win the game, or do you think that the home run kind of ends it right there? That's because to me I think that would be so boring to me if someone just hit the home run when they're down like that.
I think for the way you described it is why I like baseball. I don't need to have the end result all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cruz going back, he should catch this. Oh, he might.
Yeah.
Oh, it's over his head. How did the big man? There's a lot of trouble. There's right. Like that's what it felt like watching it though. You're like, oh, that's going to be the third out. What? No, like it just got. That's what I thought.
Won the Gold Glove that year for playing right field in San Francisco beautifully,
and they took it right back. No,
not that one. Nelson Cruz in right field.
I think you're talking about Armando.
Nelson again.
Jose.
Nelson Cruz against David Freese there on that ball to right field. That's the triple. Yeah, right.
He dropped the ball again.
Like if David Freese hit that home run or hit the home run right then, no one's talking about Game 6 anymore. It's just so jarring.
No, you're right. The drama built on it. You're right.
Yeah.
And he had the second moment. He had all that too with it.
I don't know why that snow home run just kind of.
Yeah, no, I hear you. What's your favorite World Series moment? What's yours?
I just said it.
Right there, favorite one. No
Game
doubt.
6. I mean, let me tell you something. Before game, so I know a lot of Cardinal fans are going to hate me, but that's hurtful.
Chris Taylor still.
Chris Taylor. Wow.
Back up.
Like Game 6 is such a terrible game until the ninth inning.
Oh, it was so bad. Freeze dropped a fly ball in the infield.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just him. I think Michael Young and Andre Beltre had a bad moment too. And anyways, it was just a bad game. But I mean, and I was so angry. Like I was slamming things. I was so angry. And 14-year-old me, it's the day after my birthday. I'm so angry. And then all of a sudden he hits a fly ball and I'm like, oh, it's over. And I'm like, I just have to watch. I have to watch. People are texting me before. They're like, oh, the Cardinals are going to lose to the Rangers. And then all of a sudden, all the text messages stopped. And that was a great day all of a sudden. And then I'm screaming. I'm like, oh, my goodness.
Who was that psycho over here? We actually did a rewatch on Fat Boy on that one. I'm not sure, Tyler, if you were part of that one, but I know me, Casey, and Brian did a rewatch of
David Freese?
Of the David Freese game, the Game 6 one. We actually that was probably about a year ago. We did that one. It is a crazy game. That's why I remember him dropping the fly balls there. Tyler, which one's yours? Is the Giants?
Oh, mine's definitely Game 5 against the Rangers when Renteria hit the 3-run shot. And then Lincecum comes in, and Wilson then eventually relieves. Lincecum strikes out Nelson Cruz. Like that little stretch. Never having a World Series in my life, like never having a championship yet at that point from one of my favorite teams outside of Arizona when I was 10 years old, and I wasn't even a big fan of them until after they did all that. So like that game, that was an insane run in 2010 because they didn't get into the playoffs till 162 when they beat the Padres. So just all that happening led to that moment. And Renteria, of all people, who was benched earlier in the season, got a 3-run.
Edgar Renteria was the reason why I rooted for the Giants because I loved him so much as a kid.
He has a couple World Series moments, right?
When he beat the Indians?
Yeah, he beat the Indians in 97. Council scores there. I would say for me, it's not necessarily a moment. It's a half inning. It's the D-backs versus the Yankees, where the Yankees are going for 4 in a row after 9/11, and it's just, and then you just have. It was just a weird ending to the movie where you're like, oh, they're going to do it again. They figure out Soriano hits the home run off Shelley in the 8th, and you got Rivera coming in the 9th, and then Tony Womack does his thing, and next thing you know, they're the champs. It was just like, whoa, what happened there? To me, that's just a massive moment.
Which is so funny because in that year, like, I wouldn't say everybody was rooting for the Yankees, but there were a lot less like Yankee haters at that time. It was just like, oh, like it'd be okay. It would be cool if New York won for 9/11, and then like for them to lose that on that year. I will say another one was Howard Kendrick in 2019, Game 6.
Good old Howie.
Yeah, I mean
Nationals.
just that game. Yeah, the Nationals, and maybe it's just because of where I was at.
And I also think
you were like thinking of Juan Soto, like the beginning of a beautiful career.
Good old Juan. We love Juan over there. Those would be definitely the ones that one sticks to me the most is that Yankees, that D-backs one. There's obviously a lot that we could touch on with a question like that in terms of World Series.
Roger Davis in 2016.
That's a great one. I mean,
even your Yankee one with the Diamondback, like even earlier in that series when Young Kim would blowy games left and right, like those
were great moments too.
Unbelievable World Series. Like every game was like must watch. Going to the bus stop in the morning and just talking to your friend about the game, and that was a good World Series.
Those are some good, Rockies, Red Sox. What a World Series that was as well. Those are and I'd say the other one for me as a kid would be it's obviously the popular one is Joe Carter. That one obviously I remember very well as he walking off a World Series. That's a big one for me as there. So,
you know what? One more for me is like 2014 in the NLCS when Travis Ishikawa totally obliterated that ball that hasn't landed yet that sent the Giants to the World Series.
Who had money on that one? Who had money on Ishikawa?
No one had money on the Cardinals because the Giants were spanking their butt. I think it was like 4-1.
Yeah, that was.
And oh my goodness, it just wasn't even.
Kenny
I
Loft?
hate that.
It ended in a beautiful rainstorm with Scudero catching a nice fly ball.
No, that was 2012. I remember that
different
too.
game?
Yeah.
I guess we just had your number then.
You have too many memories for Tyler to remember the good one there with it.
You know what? Your internet needs to freeze, Tyler.
I don't have it. Don't worry. Don't you worry about it.
Don't worry, that's gonna happen. That was fun though, guys. Good show tonight. Obviously, we're getting to spring training here with it, and next week we'll have a little bit more. I'm looking forward to the World Baseball Classic. I am kind of looking forward to like us talking about that a little bit as we kind of get into the season. Doesn't make it so repetitive. Like, all right, what's the AL East breakdown? Like, there's some other stuff that we can kind of hit along the way with it. So, all right, guys, maybe Tyler will get you on. Maybe I know baseball starts up, and maybe we can get you on a few times during the season here, and maybe before the season starts too. I'm glad you could join us. All right, guys, 7th inning stretch in the books. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.